I'm about to show you how fast and easy it is to create a professional looking website that will substantially increase your sales. You'll be given a test environment and begin just as we are right now. We click how it works, log in here. You'll be given a username and password. Let's go to the home test page. Now you can see I've given you a website that is pre-populated with some data. That way you can see much more easily how it works. Now, one of the most important parts of a furniture website, or perhaps a jewelry website, would be collections and swatches. Let's click on collections. There's one collection, and there's one item in this collection. It is one of the tables. There we can see that table. We can go to details, and you can see how we've gotten there. And we see this table in that collection. You can get there through the table. So there's two windows into the same product. Now I will show you how to add an item, and we will add an item to a new collection. So why don't we just start. Here's all these yellow background with red text are administrative options. Edit left menu text, it's pretty straightforward. We click there, and we want to go under the bedrooms area, and let's add a collection here. We can call it anything. Might as well call it collections, just like the other one. Yes, submit. Now we don't have to release it yet because there's nothing in it. That's one of the great things about this website, is that when you're live, you can add to it and you don't have to worry about people seeing things until you're ready for them to see them. So we can see there's nothing under here yet. Items available soon. The red obviously means that only you can see it. If you're on your production website, no one else would be able to see this. So why don't we add to this collection? Now we'll call this just my collection. You could have many bedroom collections. We choose a small file. That is the thumbnail. And then there's the splash photo that doesn't have to be that dimension of 4 by 6 or 1 to 1.5. You can see it can be rather short and wide. Let's submit that. And everything is sized automatically. If it's too, there we go. If it's too big, it'll automatically adjust. There it is. So that's the first collection. I call it my collection. And we click on it. There's the splash photo on top. And then below it, we'll have items in that collection. So why don't we add an item, and then we'll add it to that collection. Let's add a bed. Click add. My bed. This is the price that appears in the thumbnails. So it's the first price that people see. And then, say if you have various sizes, you'd have different prices there, etc. And then you don't have to use every one of these fields, and these are all customizable. My dimensions. And then we can add it to a collection right here if we like. See, we see my collection. Let's choose the file. There's the image. Now that's the 4 by 6. Click submit. Now that's not released yet. Just leave it there, and we can see that red border, which tells us again this item is not available for anyone else to see. Let's add a few thumbnails to this. Add photo, choose the file, let's upload. There, it's uploaded. Let's add another one. There we are. Now why don't we just release these photos, because we'll be using them. We check it out and think everything's fine. Maybe someone proofed it. Release the photo. When you initially populate your site, you may find this inconvenient, but it is a huge advantage after it is populated. It doesn't take long to do. Okay, we click beds, and we see that. Now let's release it on this level. Quick and easy. There we are, and lastly, we can release the collection. Now, let's click on that bed and go into Edit Details. Let's add it to my collection. There we are, that's done. Now let's release our collection, because everything looks great. Now there's only one problem. Look at the order, that's not good. Look how easy this is. There we go. And if we want to change this text in here, that's easy enough. Say we wanted to make more room. All this you can change. Update. The only caveat is that occasionally you might have to click refresh, but that's usually with images. If you change an existing image, it may get cached. That's why I like Chrome. It has this lovely little refresh button that you can quickly check or click, and if you've changed an image, it will show you the most recent images. Because you may very well switch an image for one because you had a mistake or you didn't like the way it looked. And of course there are swatches, which is particular to this industry. Now we can click here and see there is one swatch available. Why don't we add another swatch? I'll just give it any name. Upload the swatch. Let's go to that bed. Click on the swatches. We want to add that one. Here, it pops up at the top. Selected swatches, available swatches. And there's our swatch. See, as long as we upload a large enough image to cover the larger image that we see when we click on it, you'll be covered. The larger image for the photos here, we click on larger view, you just have to make sure it accommodates this size. You won't be able to see, but this is excellent quality and gives a really clear idea of what the wood looks like. Good looking photographs are key to your website. So let me just show you a little point about sorting. See, that was the first image. Say we wanted that to be the first image. We could go 1, 2, 3, and then we click sort. There we are, back to previous screen. What do you know? You see, that's the image that first shows up. So that's how we control what image shows up. And if we don't like that order, we wanted to change it back. Here's an important point for sorting. If you have many items, it's really easy to change the order. Say we wanted this to be second, we could type in 2.5 because 2.5 is in between 2 and 3. Click sort. There, see it numbers it 1, 2, 3. Very easy and intuitive. And we can change just about anything. By the way, I'm using Chrome, and I suggest using something other than Internet Explorer for the editing, just because it displays a bit better. However, the final product should be identical in all browsers and perfectly fine with Internet Explorer, and you can verify that. Now we can change the logo and banner. We click on specifications. It goes to this page. You see it brings up the logo and banner because we clicked on that, but we can go from here to any of the other options, other pre-formatted page, and there's a more advanced width review, and you can change the width of anything. Now if we want to change the logo, we can change the size of the logo. If we thought it was too big, we just resize it, and you can see it's a lot smaller, too small. We want it back to its original size. Just clear it. There we are. And we can add our own logo, change the background. Here's our own logo. It's always good to have a logo a bit bigger than you think you need, then you can resize it down. And then we got to change the background color. It's pretty intuitive, that background gutter color, and we can see that color there. And if we change it, we'll see it. So I made a note here of what that banner color should be, or background gutter color should be. Let's update that. We want to get rid of that photo, or the image in the background. We won't be needing it. And there, it blends in nicely. Now let's change the top menu. We have another number of options there. Let's keep that top menu in view. And let's change, there's an image behind the text. We'll change that. See, it only has to be 1 pixel wide. It tells you that. It says JPEG file, a vertical blend, 1 pixel wide. Upload that file. And you can see, well, it's not quite high enough. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Instead of 20, let's make it 30 high. Resize it. And looks great. In the next video, I'll show how I change most of the other options. And for more information, look at www.furniturewebmarketing.com. Thanks.